welcome to Intuitive Tuesdays. Excuse me, I've been calling it Intuitive Tuesdays for so long, but I've changed it to Intuitive Talk. So let me try that one more time. Hello, everyone, and welcome into Intuitive Talks, where we talk about all things spiritual and learn how to apply some of these tools in our everyday life. I'm Elizabeth Maria Unlimited, and I am so just over the moon to be here today, guys. Y'all, this is like such a big part of my day. I mean, on Tuesdays, it's a huge part of my mornings and just a part of my week. And so I just want to take the time as I light some sage to cleanse the energy to just thank you guys. Thank you guys for all of the shout outs, for all the communication I've had with, folks. And it just does nothing but warm my heart. And that's what this is all about, right? Is learning to open up our energy to be able to receive the beauty in this world. Because, guys, it's here. It's here. It's all a choice on what it is that we want to focus on, right? Okay, so I'm going to continue to cleanse the energy around the space, around the ethers of you, me, and we as we come together to learn, to be, to laugh, to see. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to begin with an Ascended Master reading. And let's see. Let's go ahead and get right into it. As always, I use the Doreen Virtue Ascended Master card. I'll probably be working with this deck. I don't know. I like to give myself seasons for everything. I've had this deck for a long time, and it's beautiful, and it really has energetically spoken to me. And I love Doreen Virtue, and but what I was thinking about was just seasonally, like, using these Ascended Master cards for the first, I don't know, 3 months of this, and then moving on to a different one might be fun. And if you guys hear barking in the background, we are watching my roommate's daughter's dog for the week, and she's very vocal. So just go with it. Thank you, Great Spirit, for bringing us here today to connect, and listen to what you have to say. Thank you. So, what do our Ascended Masters have to say for us? Now, the last few ones, I love it. Now I can pronounce this guy's name. Okay, guys, so for today, we have Jesus as our Ascended Master, and it's all about opening your heart to love. And guys, like last week I did take from the Bible when I was talking about my spiritual discussion. I am totally down with Jesus. I'm down with him. I mean, we would definitely be breaking bread right now if he were in the physical form. But I'm even more down with Christ. I mean, I'm down with all of it. I'm just talking shite. You know what? I'm gonna hold on 1 second. I'm gonna make sure that the dog's okay before I get into this. You need to stop. You need to go and be quiet. Okay, thank you. And it's so funny, guys, because, Jesus is all about unconditional love. And I love all of my animal friends. Some of them just not necessarily up close and personal. Actually, I totally love the little doggy that we're taking care of. She's just very vocal, and I actually knew. It's so funny. I just love Great Spirit. I knew that she was going to vocalize and join in with intuitive talks today. So, she might just end up running in here and hanging out if that's what makes her feel more comfortable. So, anyways, let's get back to it. Whew. So today for our Ascended Master reading, we have Jesus. So everything you desire and every prayer that you seek, it comes as a result of opening up your heart to both sending and receiving love. Okay, guys? So your heart is the gateway of receptivity, right? Between the sending and receiving of love. It is the answer to every question. I love that. It's love. It's just love. The answer to every question that you have about your life, relationships, health, life purpose, and you know go on and on till the break of dawn. Right? Okay, so the more you allow yourself to be in the moment of love, guys, it's the highest frequency because really it is the only frequency, right? Love. The more you allow yourself to love, the greater depth and meaning your life holds. Jesus and the other ascended masters will support you in this endeavor. Okay? This is a yes, yes, yes from the universe. Jesus got your back. Oh, yeah. I love it. Christ consciousness in the house. Hey, guys. Yay. So glad to see you in Jeepers Creepers. Okay, what's up? What's up? I was just doing my Ascended Master reading. So today's Ascended Master is Jesus, and I'm totally down with Jesus. He was a traveler. He preached unconditional love, like love thy neighbor. He didn't see people's sicknesses. He just saw the beauty of this world, the way that it is meant to be. And so I love, guys, that Jesus is our ascended master for the day. Just continue to open up that heart chakra, right? A lot of the practices, the daily, and this is a wonderful segue into my discussion today, because a lot of the practices that I've been focusing on have been about opening up, the chakras in order to be able to receive the abundance that the universe wants to give us, right? And I know a lot of us are conditioned to believe that abundance is just like, the greenbacks, which that's always nice and that helps us flow, right? But when I say abundance, man, our Mother Earth, our Gaia, she has provided with everything we need, it always just kind of freaks me out that we have to pay for water. Honestly, it's pretty diabolical. It's effed up, but it's diabolical. It's a diabolical genius that they have figured out a way to make us pay for water. What our Mother Gaia has given us, right? And so when I think of abundance, I think of just the beauty of this world, I got a little fat robin that sits on the tree outside. And guys, I saw him get his worm the other day. And I was just like, just mesmerized by this little bird, this little fat robin, and so we've become friends. To me, that is beauty and abundance. So, moving into the spiritual discussion for, let's see, I need to put my glasses on because I know that some of you guys are, let's see, add a question and answer sticker. I'm going to have someone to help me. Oh, wonderful. I am so thankful to have someone here from Russia. We have Nigeria in the house. Whoop, whoop, what? Okay, Ava Trust in the house. Awesome. And I love Grafe from Russia. Thank you so much. I was thinking that I knew how to say wonderful in Russian, but that's actually German. But anyways, welcome in. I just love it. It just makes me just sends like beautiful energy vibrations all through my body, guys. So, I was kind of thinking about framing my spiritual discussions in kind of the idea of as above, so below, right? So as above is our collective energy. And I just love to see our collective coming together to, share this space, share these airwaves of upliftment, of a time for us to come together and just be present in this moment all over the world. It is just beautiful. And so that is our collective as above. And then so below, it's the same idea as micro macro, right? Macro, large, micro, small. So below is us, the individuals, what we can do on, the daily during this physical life experience, right? Because we all came here, guys, to have a beautiful physical life experience, right? Mind, body, spirit. So it's all about the balance, all about the balance. So collectively, we've been hearing for a long time about this shift into the age of Aquarius. And I I just love it. I've just started going to this actually it's a church. It's called Unity Church here, and I'm in Buffalo, New York right now. And it's just so wonderful. It's a non-denominational, so there's people of all walks, all faiths, all ages, all just everything that have decided to come together to celebrate Mother Earth, to celebrate humanitarianism. And anyway, so when I was there this weekend, I loved it because this guy, I mean, he's probably like in his 80s or something, handed me this essay right here on the Aquarian shift. And so I'm always like, I know I'm in the right place when like some like strange like 8-year-old dude hands me like spiritual pamphlets. And so a lot of it I was very familiar with. And I'm not going to go through everything about what the age of Aquarius is, other than to say that astrologically, collectively, our mother Gaia, our world is moving from the Piscean age to the age of Aquarius. And so during the Piscean age, or I don't know, Piscean age, it's basically been dominated by the patriarchy, by hierarchy, and by power. And so we want to think of a pyramid structure, the triangle structure for that. And I'm not doing the Illuminati. Sorry, guys. I just like thought about that when I was doing it. But that's the Piscean age, right? It's all about power. It's all about the separation between the individual and the powers that be and the hierarchy, right? It's a top-down model, right? And so it's also, as far as our intellect, our individual intellect, it's more like the Shakespearean to be or not to be, right? And so we have found for the last 3,000 years the need to attach ourselves to something on the outside to be or not to be. right? So it's an attachment to being in this material world. But as we have learned from many different spiritual paths, and Jesus talks a lot about not being of the world, but being in it, right? And so to be or not to be is really an idea of being of and being attached to the world, right? Whereas now we're moving into the age, or we're not moving into it, we're in the age of Aquarius, and this is the beginning of the age of Aquarius. This is what it looks like. And so to move into a new age, right? They last around 3,000 years. Again, this is from what I said last week. Mother Gaia, as that she is her own entity, right? And she is evolving. So we can evolve with her or not. I mean, basically, like, either should I get off the pot? You know what I'm saying? She's going. So we can choose to, stay in the old Piscean age, or we can choose to evolve with Mother Gaia and move into the age of Aquarius. So within the age of Aquarius, this is the age that is dominated by networks and information, right? And so instead of the hierarchy, and I'm not going to do the triangle again, it's going to be more of a round or rectangular shape, right? As above. And so we're going to be looking at all of the falling structures of the patriarchy, while in the age of Aquarius, new structures are being built. And so as a solution-based podcast talk or whatever, I really don't give a rat's ass about what we've been doing wrong for the past 3,000 years. What I'm focused on is how to become one with the other creators and builders in this world that are focused on the development of new Earth, new world, which is circular. It is the egalitarian round table model, okay? And so this is the age of Aquarius. This is also about becoming the divine feminine, right? It is basically, I'm getting like all like, it's basically like the balancing out of things, right? It's the balancing out of things. And so, anyways, back to this pamphlet. So, whereas the Piscean age is to be or not to be, and I just loved this concept. The Aquarian age is about be to be, right? So, do y'all feel the shift? And that energy, I gotta take a sip. I get all riled up, y'all. So do you feel the shift in that energy from to be or not to be to be to be to be, right? We are humans being. We're not humans doing. The Piscean age wanted us separate and doing. But the Aquarius age is all about knowing and being. And so, during this age, it's not so much, a focus on our kind of physical, material identity as much as it is us all coming together and remembering that we are united. We are all one energetically. Energetically, this human experience on the back of our Mother Gaia is a collective one. And so, how that's going to look moving forward is that old structures are going to continue to crumble. There is going to be collateral damage. That's part of it. That is part of it. But while the old is crumbling, the new egalitarian, round, circular, rectangular structures are going to be replacing the old patriarch. And so what do we do, while all of these systems, all of, this chaos really is ensuing? So really it's an emphasis on getting our own energetic alignment and balance, right? And basically, Okay, so we're moving now from the as above. As above, we are shifting into the Aquarian age. Oh, let me say one more thing let me just read this one thing about the Aquarian age. Okay. So the Aquarian age will be dominated by networks and information. The key phrase for this age is B2B. The key to the astrological sign Aquarius is I know. This is the age of information. Nothing is secret anymore. All information is available at your fingertips, like this beautiful YouTube community, guys, where the Piscean age was organized in a vertical up and down structure of hierarchies. The Aquarian age is organized in a horizontal network, opening up the world to true equality, right? And so I just love this idea of learning to be, right? It's not being to doing. It's just learning to be. And so this essay was actually written by a yogi out in California. Let me find his name, and if y'all want to learn more about him, Santoka Kala something, Khalsa. He's the director of a place called the Awareness Center. But the main focus that I wanted to get from that is as we above are shifting from the Piscean to the Aquarius age, individually, we are also, we're all mirrors, guys. Like everything that is within us is pushed out, right? That's Neville Goddard. So, like, what we see above as above is also collectively happening individually to us, which you're welcome, guys. Thank you so much for being here. And I just love the energy. Oh my God, it just fills me with so much joy. And I'm not gonna ramble on too much about this, but because I'm trying to move in, and these, honestly, I am gonna ramble. I'm just gonna do what I want. But because these spiritual discussions it's a time for me to really get my ideas together, that I've been mulling over for a long time now. And so yeah, so ramble on, Miss Elizabeth. Anyways, so moving from the Aquarian shift to from the Piscean to the Aquarian. So what does that mean on an individual? We've talked a little bit about what's going to happen collectively, or what is happening, because we are in the age of Aquarius. But individually, what does that mean, right? And so if we're breaking apart old outdated patterns collectively, then as above so below, we are also breaking apart and energetically releasing these energies that no longer serve in our own bodies. And guys, and it's kind of crazy because we're not just releasing energy from what we've collected in this life experience, but our DNA is connected to all of our ancestors. So we are literally releasing energy from trauma that, from thousands of years ago, or from your parents, or whatever. So there's a lot of heavy shit, man. Just, keep it real. There's a lot of shit that we're like clearing out, and it is, oh, it can be so dense. It can be so dense. I know that what we're seeing out collectively right now is really dense. And so energetically, uh, individually, I know for myself, I can speak for myself, that what I have had to walk through in the last year, if it's anywhere indicative to what we have all had to collectively walk through, then my God, I am thankful to be alive today. I have lost everything. I have experienced incarceration. I've experienced homelessness. I have walked through the hell of my own making. And I am here today to tell you that what honestly got me through the darkest periods of my life are these daily spiritual practices that I am about to share with you. And so last week, if we remember, we were talking about how any spiritual practice, any daily task can be a spiritual practice. And so, I really went into that, and I just started talking about it a little bit last week, but I wanted to discuss three daily tasks that you're probably doing right now that you can shift into a deep spiritual practice. And so, one, when you wake up in the morning, the first thing, and I mean the first thing, when your eyes, when you wake up, and it does not matter, and I don't want to hear any excuses, because guys, I have woken up in some effed up places in my life. Okay. It does not matter. It doesn't matter where you're waking up. It doesn't matter if you are in a nice cozy bed. It doesn't matter if you're sleeping in a closet. It doesn't matter if you're sleeping under a bridge. It doesn't matter if you're in your car. It does not matter if you were sleeping on a bridge in a park. Okay. The first thing that you do when you open your eyes, thank you. Just thank you. Just thank you. Thank the day. Thank the day, because remember, the day is just the page, right? It's a page. It's the material page in your chapter, in your life, whatever. And so just all you have to do, and everyone who is alive, right, who is on this side of the dirt, opens their eyes. So that is a daily task that we do every day, that a lot of us will open our eyes and bam, go for the phone. And guys, I mean, my phone is my freaking best friend too. I totally get it. But, just pause. I mean, literally give yourself 30 seconds. I mean, and if you're like, man, I'm incarcerated right now, and I mean, I open my eyes to people banging. I mean, you still got like probably 10 seconds before people are coming at you. I mean, it just, 5 seconds. Just a breath. Thank you. That's it. That's it. So that is the first daily task that we all do, that you can shift into a deep spiritual practice. And how does that shift occur? By taking the conscious time to pause. A 5-minute pause, a little tap. Thank you. So waking up has now become a spiritual practice. Okay, so the next thing that most of us do every day is some type of cleaning. Okay, now I'm recovering a lot of things. But actually, I'm not. I have already recovered. But in the past, I definitely displayed qualities of clean freaknessism. I believe that everything has a home, and it needs to be there in the home at the end of the night. And I spent many, many years cleaning, 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 cleaning. But being in kind of a daze while I was cleaning, just, either off into the future, checking off, the list that I hadn't even written yet, or focusing on, the shoulda, woulda, couldas of the past, which neither of those states are very useful, right? And so by just again pulling back, give a little tap, a little breath. Oh, here I am. And I'm sweeping right now. Now, I posted a little reel about how sweeping, and then I finally realized why it is that witches are always depicted with brooms, because they're sweeping away the any kind of bad intention, right? And so when we clean, we can use this time to be present in our bodies, to be here, to be now, because here in the power is the power of now, right? Eckhart Tolle, right? So here is where it's all at. And so while we're doing the task of cleaning, we can put our energy, our intention, because remember, energy is energy in motion. Emotions are energy in motion. And so if we can put our energetic emotions, so that means instead of, oh my God, I have to clean this bathroom today, right? Go in to this daily task with an attitude of setting your intention. And I, always want to stay in a state of gratitude. And so what I do when I clean is I always thank Great Spirit. I thank Great Spirit for giving me a bathroom to clean. Okay. I thank Great Spirit for giving me the time. I thank Great Spirit that I have the supplies that I need. I thank Great Spirit for, giving me the gloves, right? I mean, whatever it is, whatever task I'm in, the first thing I'm going to do is pause, tap. Thank you. Thank you, Great Spirit, for allowing me the time to clean. And as I'm cleaning, and I mean, I get down and scrub, dude. And as I'm getting down and scrubbing, all the dirt and debris, I'm thinking to myself, thank you. Thank you for giving me the energy to get out the old, right? And so in doing that, what I'm doing is I have developed a deep cleaning spiritual practice, right? And it's based on a daily task. And if you guys are kind of clean freaks like me, I have to give myself days to do deep cleaning activities, because otherwise I'll end up cleaning every day. And, I don't have time to be of service to the house in that way every day. So I clean on my Mondays. Mondays are my clean day. And, but for whatever, but I'm still going to wipe a counter or whatever, sweep the kitchen at night after the meal. And so all of those times are opportunities for you to get into body, into presence. Thank you, Great Spirit. Thank you, God. Thank you, whoever. Thank you, whoever freaking made the trees. It doesn't matter, right? Just thank something bigger than you, because we're all connected. Get into that task, and then, thank. I'm just like, give thanks. Like, really, just give thanks. Okay. So the third thing is, let me see. The first one was when you wake up, just open your eyes and say thanks. Okay. Second one, any kind of cleaning task that you're doing is an opportunity to develop a deep, intentional spiritual practice. Okay. And basically, I also want to just say that, people talk a lot about, oh, you've got to be in a state of meditation and flow to, meditation and flow is all about being in the present moment. And so if you can pause, tap, be here now, we're here right in this moment now, then you're in a meditative state because you are in the present moment. And that's where the flow is. And so the last daily task that you can turn into a deep spiritual practice is taking a shower. Now, I have a beautiful bath ritual, but right now in my life, I just have a shower. And so you can, and I shouldn't say just, I'm thankful for having a shower. See how you can catch yourself, guys? That was me real time, right? Uh, so, so for a shower or bath ritual, it is again about getting into that present state, that present state. And so for me, how I do this is, I set up everything that I need in my shower. right? And then I have some essential oils that I'll put in the shower. I just put them, on the ground. I know they make like shower bombs and stuff like that. You guys don't have to complicate it. I know for me that I'm someone that someone will tell me like a practical tip and I will complicate the what out of it. And it's been like 2 weeks and they'll be like, well, did you try what I suggested? And I'm like, I'm still trying to complicate it in my head. So don't complicate it, man. Just get some freaking essential oil, something that smells good because, we want to use all of our senses to get into this present moment, right? And, the shower, I mean, especially if you have a lot of roommates or you're in a place, just, just that 5 minutes of you are with yourself. There is nothing else but you and that water. And water, guys, is such an amazing cleansing. I mean, that's why, everyone blesses the water. You can bless your own water. I mean, all you have to do is consciously say, this water is blessed. This sparkling water is blessed. Mm. Oh, thank you, Great Spirit. I just drank blessed water, guys. I mean, I ain't making this shit up. It's the truth. Anyways, and so when you take a shower, use the time to, for me, I will use the time to schedule a good cry if I need to in a shower, right? I will use the time to listen to, guys, I'm on YouTube like all day. I mean, I listen to a lot of sound healing, conscious rappers are big. So, put on some uplifting conscious rap. I love me some Peachka in the house. I've played her several times. You can put on some sound healing. I love Meditative Mind, and Nature Spirit is another, and I love him. So he plays the flute and other instruments, and it's just beautiful. So whatever you want to do, this is your ritual. So just go, do it, and then get in that shower and just let it out vocally. Now, I mean, people probably think I'm crazy, and you just have to get past that, I suppose, because taking a shower and just whatever it is, shaking it all out. It's just such a wonderful release, man. It feels so good. So try it out, man. Just try it out. So instead of shit, I got 5 minutes to take a shower. I'm late for work. Take that 5 minute shower, but take that 5 minute shower with intention. Put your smell goods, put you some good music on, right? And get that energy out. Oh, thank you, day. Right. So those are 3 daily tasks that you guys can very